So after a week of selling, the market is back in the green and Bitcoin has potentially put in another local low. In this video, I'm going to be going over the trade setups that I use to find these profitable trades and also show you some potential trade setups for the coming week. So let's get into it. Starting then with Bitcoin itself. So in Monday's video, I talked about these levels on Bitcoin should we see a pullback. I talked about 65.163, which was the top of the last rally we had that ended last Tuesday and Wednesday, and also this level down here at 63.3, and also talked about the potential of a tap of the moving average 21. So as you saw from the profit screenshot just a second ago, my entry was in around 65.2k, which was this first level of support here. I did have a second order ready to ladder in down at 63.3. However, as you can see, it just got ever so slightly front run, but as you can see, wick down, front run that level, tap the moving average 21, and away we are back above that daily mid-range. So you can see we've put in a nice higher low and continuing this uptrend. We've put a higher high and now a higher low as well. So what we need to do now is break above 68.4, and then we can make our way back up to those daily range highs of 73k. So in terms of an uptrend, looks structurally very good indeed for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is looking great. However, most altcoins and even Ethereum did not fare that well this week at all. I mean, you can see Bitcoin has almost retraced the entire move down that we had. So from Monday, we retraced about 7% down to that 63.5k level. We're back up here at 67.4. We've almost retraced that entire move. If we go down to Ethereum and take a look on the daily, you can see a much bigger move down for Ethereum. So I talked about this level on Ethereum at 3363. So not only was it a decent level of previous support and resistance in the past, but also it was where the moving average 21 was sitting and would have probably coincided with a retest of the RSI 50 with a green trend bar on the LT trend momentum indicator as well. However, as you can see, drove straight down into it on Wednesday after the ETH ETF launched on Tuesday, and then yesterday was a horrible day for Ethereum, breaking this next level support that I had here at 3251. So we're back up against this now as resistance. We need to see this level reclaimed if we want to continue the uptrend, but this looks pretty ugly to me. We are below the RSI 50 as well, and coming up to this level, which, as I say, could flip to resistance. So need a strong daily close back above this. And if we take a look at the weekly time frame as well, we are sat right on that weekly moving average 21 as support. So there is a chance that ETH can recover over the weekend and keep that uptrend intact, especially if BTC continues to go the way it's been going as well. If we take a quick peek at the TradFi as well, so the S&P has had a pretty terrible week, which wouldn't have helped. However, the ES1, which is the S&P futures, which trades outside of the traditional hours, is up almost a 4% on the pre-market. So there is a chance that when the US market opens later, well, as I'm recording, this video comes out once the US market is open, but we could see that flow continue into the crypto market as well. So let's see what happens. Of course, you'll already know what's happened because this video comes out later. Let's move on to ETH BTC. Unfortunately, not looking too pretty. Take a look at the monthly. It's very important that we try and hold these monthly range lows of 0.05, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. We've only got a few days of the monthly left, and it's if we take a look at the weekly, not much momentum as well. There is momentum, but it's all to the downside, as you can see. And of course, Bitcoin dominance is charging up. You can see Bitcoin dominance coming up to that big resistance area of 57%. The other thing we got to keep in mind is that if and when BTC breaks those all-time highs again, we're probably going to see another surge of Bitcoin dominance, and so altcoins in their BTC pairs are going to probably continue to suffer more pain. Speaking of altcoins, let's get into the analysis of those. So I'll quickly talk through this injective trade that you saw the profit screenshot of earlier. So as you can see, I had my order resting down here at this daily level of $23.50. Reason being, this was a level of resistance that you can see. We broke above that, strong impulse, came back down, retested it as support. It was also lined up with a retest of the moving average 21 and the RSI 50 with a green trend bar on the LC trend and momentum indicator as well. So we came down, tagged it. It was quite lucky not to have stop loss tags. You can see it just about got front run the stop loss, which was quite lucky. But then yesterday and going into today, as you can see, nice move up. I've already taken TP1 on it, taken some profits off the table. I've moved stop loss to break even as well. So it is a risk-free trade, and we're looking for TP2 back up here at that daily level of $28. So this trade was shared in the Learning Crypto Traders Lounge on our premium. So if you don't know what that is, it's all Discord based, as you can see. So if you join the Learning Crypto Premium Traders Lounge, you get access to all of these chats, including the trading chat. So as you can see, this was the setup they put on the Discord back on the 23rd, which was about, or it must have been Tuesday or Wednesday. And there's the setup, as you can see. And you can also check out our trade success. And as you can see, plenty of profitable trades in there from me and the other analysts as well. So if you want to check that out, more details, learningcrypto.co.uk. This is our website. Scroll down to the bottom. You've got a free Discord as well as premium, and then the Traders Lounge. And also what comes with the Traders Lounge is the trading indicator that we use, which is this LC trend and momentum indicator. So go check it out. As I say, we've got a big offer on as well that expires at the end of the month, 50% off. And you also go check that out. Check out our Twitter for more details. So that was the injective setup running very nicely. Now let's talk about some potential setups going into next week. So they're all based on the weekly time frame. So if we take a look at ADA is deviated back inside this weekly range low, as you can see around here, about 40 cents. So we had the sell-off, we bounced impulse back above. We had a little rejection off the moving average 21, but now, however, you can see we are holding these range lows as support. So what you might want to wait for is for the weekly candle close to confirm above 40 cents. The other thing to watch out for as well, if we take a look at the daily, there is a potential danger here that we have broken below the moving average 21, and we are retesting that as potential resistance, as well as the RSI 50 as well. And the trend bar on the daily time frame has gone from green to orange, so there is a little bit of a warning there. What I would personally going to wait for is I'm going to wait to see if the daily can get back above this 42 cent level. That will of course mean that the weekly candle was closed above resistance, or above support I should say, and that the daily time frame we've got back above these resistance levels. We're back above the moving average 21, back above the RSI 50, and then the trend bar should turn back to green as well, and above this key level of resistance. So that's what I'm looking for on ADA. That's the setup I'm waiting for. AVAX, as you can see, similar. We had a nice impulse last week, rejected off the moving average 21, come back down, and we're going to see if we can hold this weekly range low of $29.28 as support. As you can see, we are a little way off. We need a rally from this point back up to there. It's about a 5% rally, which isn't out of the question. We've still got a couple of days to go, and as I say, if the US market is bullish, then we should see a nice move up. So you can see it pretty much retraced the entire move from last week, come back down, but is holding this level as support quite nice here at $27. But again, similar to ADA, we are below the moving average 21, we are below the RSI 50, potentially retesting it as resistance. So again, I would wait to see the daily get back above the weekly range low, the weekly candle close above it, and then the daily time frame should be back above the RSI 50, back above the daily moving average 21, and the trend bar still intact as green. So that's what I'm waiting for on AVAX. Doge, weekly time frame, again looking to try and hold this weekly level of 13.7 cents. Looks even more unlikely than AVAX, but we do also have the moving average 21 here as well, and we are looking to hold the RSI 50 as support on the weekly time frame. If we go down to the daily, what gives me a little bit of hope that this might play out is you can see we've come down, held this key level of support at 12.5 cents on the daily time frame, and the moving average 21. Nice liquidity spike as well, and a nice bounce today. We bounced off the RSI 50 with a green trend bar as well. So this actually looks like a really nice momentum start of a move with momentum. Hopefully we get a daily close back above that weekly level before the end of the week, and then that weekly level will hold, and we should be able to see a nice move. It'll be a nice bullish wick to the downside, and you can see this is a huge level of support on Doge from all the way back from May to 2022 as well, and you could potentially be looking at a move all the way back up to that weekly level of 20 cents, which would be a 49% move. In fact, just quickly go back to ADA and AVAX to show you the sort of risk reward on these trades. So ADA, you'd probably be looking at a reversion back to the weekly range high, and again, that's about 43% move from there. And AVAX, again, if we hold this weekly range low of $29, look for a move back to those weekly range highs of $49. Could take TP here at the weekly mid-range, $38, $39 at 32%, and a 66% move back up to those weekly range highs of $49. Finally, then we got Matic. trying to hang on to this weekly level of 51.52 cents. You can see we had the impulse, got back above it, held it as support, and then we've come back down, retesting it as support again. You can see it's a huge level for Matic. If we get back below this, then it's probably going back down to sort of 30-40 cents. So that gives, I like those levels that are sort of do or die levels, gives you the best kind of risk reward. Again though, on the daily time frame, not looking too great. We want to see this get back above the RSI 50, reclaim the moving average 21, which does coincide more or less with that weekly level 52 cents. So again, wait for Sunday, wait to see if the daily can reclaim this weekly moving average 21 and the RSI 50. The weekly candle closes above 52 cents. I think that is a nice R&R trade. Again, in terms of profits, you're probably looking, maybe take some profit here at about 65 cents. You can see where all these candle bodies and wicks are. It's about 25%. It's also where the moving average 21 is on the weekly. And TP2 up here at that weekly level of 74 cents, which is about a 42% trade. So all really hangs in the balance of BTC. If BTC continues its climb, then I'm sure altcoins and ETH will follow it. However, if it doesn't manage to break 68.4k, forms a bit of a double top and decides to melt, then of course altcoins are going to be in trouble, which is why I'm waiting for Sunday, waiting for those weekly candle closes, waiting for the daily timeframes to reclaim or hold their moving average 21s and the above the RSI 50 and those daily levels that I highlighted as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like and a subscribe if you did, and also go check out the Learning Crypto Traders Lounge. I'll catch you on the next one.